Welcome back to me. Today we're playing part 4, the final part of the cardinal part kit. Well, the final part as of right now, because chapter 5 is still in development. Now, before we even get into how juicy and how good and how dark this story gets, it's already been mad dark from the picture in the story. But I have to give y'all a disclaimer for what's to come. Disclaimer on what? SA. And a lot of stuff I cannot really, I think that's the main part. It's the main thing. Anyway, to the story. Chapter 3 is the darkest chapter, and y'all already know why. And I honestly think I'm gonna leave it at that. If y'all seen the other 3 chapters, y'all know, y'all already wanna know what is next. And if it's your first time watching this, you have like the second worst part. Well, the second darkest part of the story. I don't even think Justice, chapter 5, in development, is gonna outdo how dark this guy. Let's get into it. Chapter 4. Ooh, while the officer's driving, you drift in and out constantly all out on the blanket. It all goes by in a blur. The car finally hilts and you arrive home to mother. Oh, darling. Sweetie, I was worried to think about you. I didn't know what I would have done if they killed you. Mother, I didn't even occur to me that if you hadn't escaped, you never see mother again. She would have been left all alone. But also, you see how she she said you out doing drugs. You were high as hell. Clearly she set this up. Plus, the 2 dudes spoke for you, your 2 friends. Come on now. And then she just said if they would have killed you, I didn't know what I would do. So she's clearly a part of this. Why? We don't know yet though. That you fight the urge to let out a sigh. With what you know now, you don't know how to do anything but sigh. So yo, you refrain from confronting her about the pictures in the evening, at least for now. That's a deep feeling in your stomach that you know the truth about this case. But when it comes to stuff like this, you've never been a gut instinct type of person. Don't worry about that, mother. What matters is that I'm back safe and sound. You know what else matters? You put yourself in danger again. Just like that, the adrenaline junkie you are. Well, damn, I just died. I could have died? Wow, I could have died and you're mad at me. Wow. Mother, please don't do this right now. You need some rest. Don't tell me to get some rest when you're the very reason I've been awake. Okay. Part of you really wants to tell her the same thing. When you know that the info and outside to become a detective, if anything follows the experience, she should tell you. Besides, I still think that you would be better off if something happens to me. Doesn't bother her anyways. You really care about I care a little about your life. You know the real answer to that one, but you're never gonna say to her. I do care, mother. Let's put it this way: if I had no regard for my life, why would I try to save myself? You were on drugs make people act maybe out of character. Alright, you can't deny that. The drugs even made you say you're not taking this kind of God sick along. Even if it weren't for the drugs, you couldn't tell if you're batch insane or not. Speaking of which, why did you tell the officers that I was at a friend's house doing drugs of all other things? I neither had interest in drugs, nor do I have friends to do them with in the first place. I figured it would have just been another thing you're hiding behind my back. She's smart. Like, I didn't notice from the beginning, but she low-key evil as hell. She been playing the Martin the whole time, but you see, hold on, maybe I didn't see this yet. See, I would have never seen that, but she probably killed father too. I wouldn't put it past her, cause like from that dream, I should have knew something. Cause now hold on, I don't know what to believe anymore. Was she trying to cover something up? Or she really just viewed me that way. I don't know, either it points to her, but then again, who really knows? Personally, I believe that you're pretending to be friendless just to appease me, right? You're pretending to be a lonely boy just for the sake of pleasing mother. It's no brainer why mother wouldn't be so keen on you having friends. There's no reason for her to get so riled up about it when you don't even have it. It's just like earlier when you were trying what you were saying, as it she never believes you. She makes you feel like maybe you do have friends in some weird way. Maybe you really are just actually positive delusional. You say one thing, then do the exact opposite. You never considered Emma to be a close friend, and look at how you've been over the course of her case. If anything, it would be weird for you to be so obsessed with Emma's case if she weren't a friend. It's just, I love you, the real you, and I don't want you to put up a mask just to appease me. You should be able to be the real you around me. You shouldn't have to lie to that. Doing with trust, hell of you though. Now, would you say be the real you to someone who's been playing an elaborate game of pretend for a long time? It's not gonna fly over too well. At this point, you feel that the real you, at least the version of your mother thinks exists, is buried in your mind. Mother, I'm not lying. I think I should resign. I think I should play along. Cause I don't know. Cause I don't know if I don't know. I'm sorry, mother. For what exactly? Our fathers. For making you think that something was wrong with you. For making you worry about me so much. Mother stared at you in silence. That what you had from your Bible has long since disappeared. Look at her bed. You tried to muster up the courage to tell her that you know she's involved somehow. It isn't even like that. Chain of thought doesn't make any sense. Still though, how could you do to her mother? You probably should get to bed. You do need some rest. You should have. He should have took the code with him. In my opinion, part of you thinks that it would be terrible to a lady right now, not when the picture is right under your nose. You begin to look at the payment details again, hoping that she wasn't in the yearbook, hoping that in the yearbook wasn't your mom. Sadly, the blink at this is a perfect match. No. This can't be right. There's no fucking way my mother could have been the one behind all this, right? Even if I'm not going insane, what would the motive for such a crime? Sometimes there isn't a motive for a crime, or at least not one you can discard at a glance. Sometimes it really is just that the perpetrator was batshit insane. This is different, and you know it. Why would mother go out of her way to hire someone to kill, take him out? It doesn't even sound like an impulsive kill. I need to sleep. Maybe the drugs have run off yet. Yeah, we know. That's a load of bullshit, you coward. Oh, wow. He's going through. You fall asleep very quickly, thankfully. If you ever went to comfort mother for what she's done, you're gonna need to be in the right headspace. Why not? Why comfort her? Why confront her? I wouldn't do that. I would low-key find evidence to be... I would confront her. I would confront her when she's behind bars, or I have evidence. I don't know. To wake up. Because if she's guilty, she has to go. She gotta go. Look up to pouring rain. This better not be wet. Nah, you're not that bad. It doesn't mind it. Looks like those drugs must have done something to you. This place, these trees, where am I? So look around the place, goddammit. Look around the goddamn place. You're greeted by the sound of a familiar piercing wind. Familiar wind? What? Liberal City has a little bit nicknamed Windy City, so it's no wonder that this sound would be familiar. I feel like I need to get to the other side of this river. You might be in a dream right now, but you sure as hell don't want to wake up thinking you're cold and wet. I'm certain I can work up something in the last area. Oh, this isn't at all where I came from. Considering my train of thought, I don't think that comes to as a surprise. Better into it then. I need to figure out how to get through this. Alright, so I just teleported. Oh. Wow. All right, after some a long puzzle grind, we're on the other side of the lake, baby. I'm inside. Well, looks like you're on the other side of the first river. You probably should continue moving. You continue walking through the forest. Even though you're dreaming, the cold air still pricks your face just as painfully as it does when you're awake. This is what they call a lucid dream, right? When you read fantasy books, because it almost always has some kind of gene that leads them to some grand empathy, and all their problems are cast away just like that. You know that it doesn't work like that in real life, but you wish it did. Maybe you know what to do if it did. There were some kind of sign in here. Of all the dreams I could have had, I just had to have this kind of dream, this kind of mind-boggling dream. I wish that this dream were about my father instead. It would be a good distraction from everything. And you are at a castle. What I've never been to a castle before. Why is there one in my dream? At least you feel very complimented that to end it. This not a creepy castle. This not a creepy castle. I think what it said. Are they one there? No answer. This door isn't budging at all. It looks like I won't be able to. I require an offering. Well, you heard the voice. You need an offering. Alright, so let's find an offering. What would be a good offering? A pigeon? No way. You have to voice offer something to them. And the voice you need to offer something up to them. So no pigeon. Oh, flowers. I got flowers. Okay, this is flower work. I have no clue how they're blooming in this code, but you don't question it. Dreams never fully make sense. I bought flowers. Will you take them? Hopefully they don't take this as a romantic gesture. There's been too many instances where people confuse and menace with. You sure as hell hope that isn't the case now. Come in. What the hell is? Someone's there. Someone familiar. In dreams, everyone you see is someone you've crossed paths with before. And this person. You. About me. The man on the throne stares down at you. Never have you ever felt so small. Even though you're stupid tall. That round a little bit. It's like staring into a cold mirror. You're me. How strange. Well, what kind of dream would it be without some wacky cloning bullshit? Why do you look so surprised? That should be how I look. His eyes scare you a bit. They look sort of like Emma's when she. No, not gonna think about that. What's going on? Why am I having a dream like this? I need to bring it back to. It has been too up in the clouds for my liking. It's too hot for your liking. I would say that I'm already quite grounded. You don't want living in. I don't know what the hell this is. Well, for one thing, you didn't recognize me as your ego. Though I shouldn't be surprised you don't see me. You're sitting atop a throne. How could I not see you? The other thing we both know that it's nowhere near as grand as the throne other egos have. He speaks as though you know what the hell he's going on about. You sort of get where he's going with this. He still sounds like a maniac though, just like you sometimes. In all honesty, it's your fault this stone's so small. Consistently tearing us down and whatnot. How could I ever recover from your beatings? This little talk with your ego is reminding you a little bit too much of the last time. Could you please stop? Kill yourself then. What's the surprise? I'm a part of you. Kill yourself then we'll both shut up. Oh, it looks like this isn't gonna turn out into one of those shirt conversations. What the fuck? Now that told you were not trying hard enough to be happy. If it comes with your ego, that's like what you needed. Who could understand you better than you, right? Except for your mother, of course. If you're a part of me, you know why I can't do that. Alright, that stupid case you've been whining about. It's half the bottom of it. I was hoping that sleeping would make it a bit easier, but here I am. So we both know that's a load of bullshit. says to you, a man who spent about half a decade training to become a detective just could continue your dead father's legacy. The absolute goal of this, your ego, can't be this bad, right? You decide to change the subject. Why am I here? In this castle, I invited you in. No, why am I in this moth forest? Why is this my dream? One, this isn't a moth forest. This is a dreamscape. Two, I brought you to your dreamscape just to do stuff for us. Oh, come on. You could have been having a dream about how to stop Mother, the perpetrator of Emma's murder. But instead, you decided to engage in this self-care bullshit. Self-care sure as hell isn't gonna bring anyone back. Now, why would it help you? I know what you're thinking. I hear it all. That's why this castle is so hollow. Even thoughts can't take off the walls. But in all honesty, I deserve care for putting up with her constant self-beatings. You really want to tell yourself to fuck off. Fine, just pretend say your mother. How about that? Never have you ever need to hear your low voice coming out of mother's mouth. Gore, guts, all fine, but your voice coming out of mother hell. Seems that your ego realized that too. His voice shifts into mother's voice. You do everything for her, like the good son you totally are. So why wouldn't you do it for us? Maybe I do what you want me to. If you just told me instead of dancing around it. Finally, that I'd like for you to get me some snow. I don't mean it's not outside. I'd like for you to fetch me some from the mountains and right across the bridge. The consistency is just right for them. I'll go get it then. You much rather finish this up. Hold on. I can keep you in this dream world as long as I want. You won't come to your father and learn what I need you to. If he tries to go this up, you won't be out for a while. Whoa! Now, when did your ego become like a mob boss? It doesn't matter. I just need to clean sides as quick as possible. You nod your head and your ego and get to walking out. You have to expect them to begin ranting and raving at you in Rainbow's voice. Thankfully, it didn't. That took a turn. Seems like it's turned down a bit. Well, I should head over to the mountains wherever they are. Let's see. My ego told me that it's left across the bridge. See, this is why you don't do drugs, kids. This is why you don't do drugs, kids. You changed the frozen landscape. You haven't had a clue as to why your dreamscape just had to be a frozen wasteland. Thought amplified by the time you actually reached the mountain. Screw this. What the hell is my ego? You must teach me a lesson. You try to stop thinking about it. It's too cold for you to be thinking about dumb shit like that. Guess that I should start collecting some snow. I don't really want to get lost, though everything looks the same around here. But you shouldn't feel like you're being watched in this cold landscape. But you do. Aside from that, your best friend here is probably going to be that doesn't look this cold. That should help you in some way. Yeah, I don't feel that. I didn't really understand that. I got something on my back, so what do I need? Oh, I got something. Okay, so I'm high on my mind, and I'm having a dream about self-confidence. All my missing it. Is that blood? You see enough of it? You shouldn't get this point. What the hell? Yes, it is blood. Got snuff. Okay, so I found a book. This book, it looks familiar. I remember. You put the book up off the clove ground. Snowflakes flutter about as you brush the white powder off the book. Father were with me when I was a kid. Even though I didn't remember the exact details of it, I know that it made me happy. Maybe it was because of the story. No, it couldn't have been that. When with me after the father died, it just wasn't the same. It was like she expected me to feel happy. And when you didn't jump up and down like she wanted to, she seemed disappointed. I remember that mother threw the book into the fireplace one day. She was done with it. She was done with my ungratefulness. Thinking about it, it still makes you sad. You tried to find the same book somewhere, anywhere, but to no avail. You're sure it went out of print. Even if you could find it in some vintage store, your sure costs far too much money. Money that's better spent on mother. You shift through the pages of the book, trying to see if there's anything in there. Trying to see if you can regain the image of those childhood days somehow. It's all empty. It doesn't make sense. I can't remember what was in this book. Why would the memory paint my dream? Guess it's just silly to hope. You feel your body shaking a bit. I should head back to catch some. I'm gonna freeze out here. Oh yeah, definitely shaking because of the cold. You barely hear anything but the high-pitched wind in the snow under your feet. Your childhood memories are fragmented. You remember the bits and pieces, yet it's not enough. More than anything, you went to turn back the clock and go back to before father died. Your life is split into two parts, before father and after. You don't remember too much before. Remember everything after. Everything is sinful as death. You remember exactly when he died. The few days after your birthday, you rushed home expecting everything to be all finish. A far cry from the paranoid man you grew up to be. Only I find you thought was wrong even when you were 10 years old. Cold skin is what you remember. Ah, but what are you doing here? You shouldn't. Blood poured out of his mouth. That was the first time you ever seen so much blood. It wouldn't the last. You should remember how the blood stain remained on carpet for a few weeks. I'm regaining composure as much as you can when you're dying. Father told you. Oliver, take care of your. Asher, what? Oh no. Soon mother entered the dining room. Father's eyes fell upon her. He never finished his last sentence. And to this day, you're certain that he meant to take care of your mother, which is what you've been doing, even if she drives you up to the wall through her antics. You can't just abandon father's last wish. You can't just abandon mother. She's all you have in this world. As soon as your ego changed back to its normal appearance, you don't know how you would have been able to deal with him. Look like your dear mother. You get ready for another one of his stupid requests. What is he gonna tell you he needs next? Why can't he just get him for himself? You look took quite a while. Got sidetracked? I thought that's a yes. Smarty, you can say to yourself you can keep this dream going on forever, so you'll have all the time in the world. Unless there's kids in your sleep. Shut up. You both know there's much more than an answer of truth in that. You're just too much of a mother to accept it. Cause you're not. You know I'm right. You're a little bitch boy, and you've dragged me down with you like a crab in a bucket. Could you not call me up at least? Your ego taking a block watching you lose your cool. Fine, but you really need to stop doing everything yourself. She says, undignified. And how did I do that? See, if I don't have the answer, you sure as hell don't either. Just go for yourself. Nope, not gonna go for yourself. Anyways, I got the snow. Leave your ego to the snow. You feel good right now, especially saying I got the snow, mister. If you can do all that snow. Alright, this works. Is that all? Of course not. Go on then. What do I need to do now? I need you to head to the ice caverns. There should be a chest at the end of it filled with stones. I'd like for you to get it. On it. God damn it. Well, 2 hours? Oh yeah. Well, this is the life pass. Well, I'm at 2 hours. I'm at like 3 hours, but I'm pretty sure most of it is gonna be me just cutting it. You climb down the side of the cliff and wind up in the ice cavern with a ton of water. Alright, my ears said the chest is at the end of this cavern, right? Now I just have to figure out how the hell I'm gonna get there.
20 minutes later.
Alright, I was trying to grab you. Thankfully, you didn't fall into his grasp. The hand still remains. So does it slowing your body being scanned by glowing eyes. You walk the hell out of the ice cabin, trying to know the eyes blinking into existence. It isn't very the denial. This is denial of yours, Mister. Wouldn't have been so pleased with how your coping habits have degenerated. Although the last therapist you had were probably happy with you, manning up. 2 years ago, probably. Would anybody leave if I told them? You went outside for coffee with mother. You just celebrated your birthday this week. Most people. Okay, this is for flashback. My bad, y'all. I know keep skipping the puzzles, but they're very annoying and yeah. Anyway, you just celebrated your birthday this week. Most people would think it's a way to have a therapy appointment at this time. You think you have a pretty good reason though, given what happened on your birthday. Even then, you wanted to speak to make Miss look anyway. About the looming dread of adulthood. Everything about it scared the crap out of you. When you hit 18, all of a sudden you need to be more put together. You have to know how to do everything without even needing to ask how. At least when you were a kid, you had the safety net of, oh well, I'm some little kid. Of course I don't know how to do this. That excuse turns moat once you're 18. Not to mention that mother can illegally kick you out now onto the cold streets of Liberal City. Obviously, if that happens, you're neither gonna die or you're either gonna listen getting railed by random people getting stabbed or anything from the illness or possibility. Thankfully, that she doesn't kick you out, though that would be her gift to you for turning 18. But you can't tell if that actually happened. If what actually happened is worse or not. I'm still lucky though, right? Look, that mother loves me enough to deal with me. You thought comforting, the thoughts comforting like a slice of coffee cake. The moment you take a bite, all you can think of is the sweet taste. Comforting for some, but when you're done pegging out on the cake, you feel gross. Your mouth, lips, stomach all feel disgusted and you want to purge it all out like it was never there. How egotistical would it be to believe in mother's love? Aside from all that, though you wanted to address feelings of revulsion, it isn't a first for you to feel that towards yourself. But in the wake of what happened, you really could use some help. Before you can go deeper into thought, though you hear the voice come from the door. The door sounds like it's open. There are a little gap you ever see. Definitely not Miss Luca. The man looks like the out there. Shows how it sounds like the opposite. This man is actually a little hunk. I'm imitating even to you. Mother, where's Miss Luca? She's supposed to be here today. We weren't even at the right room. Ali, you're already late for this. You have a second appointment to get in. And stop wasting my damn time. But if you're gonna keep nudging me, then fine, I'll tell you. But don't say I didn't warn you. When I do tell you, ignorant is bliss. Sorry. You don't like what Mama might be implying. Unless you can't pester her about it until this appointment done. It's only inside the room that you're able to really get the feel of this new therapist. This cologne empowers your nose, which with a musty, sweet odor. Gross. You haven't had a clue why a lot of men love to smell like sweet. Nevertheless, you will know the odor. You can put up with it if it helps you, right? Not to mention that you're always being a bit too ephemeral for a man. Maybe you're just overreacting. Good evening, mister. I'm Richard, but you can call me Dr. Humpton. I'm gonna be your new therapist from here on out. New therapist, please. It's to meet you, Dr. Humpton. I'm here hoping to put you in maximum effort to bettering yourself. That way I get paid. That way this little meeting's productive. Right. You sit down on the leather couch. It's warm but not too cozy. The fact it is a tad bit too hot here. So, kid, what's troubling you? You could take a spin at the old wheel of disorders, but you'd rather try and pick something out methodically. If you're bored by the sound of the attorney goes over to retrieve your fat case file. He then begins to shuffle through it, giving you a preliminary glance here and there. So your fat file over here says he's pieced like you're a small child, a stupid small child at that. I might be ill, but I'm not a fucking idiot. You cut him some slack on the judging stairs. On that file will make anyone concerned. Hell, you're sure that if any person got a hold of this file, you'll be blacklisted from every detective agency in the city. Oh, same time though, you want to tell them to just start reading it. And that it's been bothering you for so long as you can remember. Not even with Miss Lucas up, you were already able to come with it. You much rather speak about the more pressing issue, the one you might have a chance of solving. If this hunk can just give you some good advice. Fine, that's how if just finishes something to the file. After around 10 minutes. Damn. I'll take a time in that moment. Of activity you saw came out of your body and went to your head. Better that this appointment finishes up quicker though. So there's a lot of issues we could speak about today. I'm aware of that. Your sharp voice dripped with this, and the last time you spoke like that, the first time you made me look at that, always seemed to happen with strangers. Maybe that's why you can never break ice with people. No need to restrain yourself so much. Apologies. Don't apologize. Most therapists would try to dissuade you from apologizing so much if your self-image. And that's why it's very much not like a therapist, for better or for worse. Kid, no real man apologize like that. You don't know why you're sitting on the couch. Couches are meant for lounging, not sitting so regularly. Pardon. Jeez, stop with the itty bitty sentences, boy. See, nah, I would have immediately left. What? What are you tweaking on? No one's gonna take your seats like that. You quickly realize that this isn't much of your time. Exactly. It's just telling you that you all know at this point. Time still passing. White snowflakes fall out the window. You feel cold. I was able to tell you your problems were just. I was able to tell you the problems. What your problem was just looking at shit. You gotta work out. Get those. Nose are pumping instead of sitting on a damn couch being a fucking whale. Your protein shakes, dish coffee all at once. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Maybe you can handle one at a time, working out or dishing coffee. But there is no way in hell you're gonna be without throwing yourself. You're gonna both have to throw yourself out the window. Miss Luca never suggested anything that made this apprehensive. It's always seemed doable. To get started. It all goes by no blood. Doesn't mean remembers about exercise and all the good stuff about getting ladies. Honestly, you might consider it if it weren't for the fact that you spent way too much time at the gym last year, only for your build to remain. Not to mention that you have zero interest in ladies. Not after what happened. That tag on the chest says something about sports medicine. Maybe that's why you're pushing exercise so hard. And that's why you don't buy protein shakes. You're gonna get a sad bum. Any question? Any questions? No questions. And automatic response. You rather I fall victim to a protein shake pyramid scheme. Aside from that, there's something I like to speak about. I don't remember it, but I also was this woman. Very blood, but blood under endless in your mind. You don't know where it is, and you never want to find it. You'd much rather go your whole life without it. The words come out hurtling out of your mouth so quick that you can't register them. All that practice in your head was for nothing. Nothing said in the face of stone. Very simple how you hold yourself. You hate the feeling of tears calling down your skin. Even in therapy, where you were meant to spend your feelings, you hate it. I haven't turned to ice yet, which means you can still hurt. Tears are perfect ammunition for people seeking to do harm. The only positive thing is that they help people empathize, right? The warm tears are all that keep you from zoning out. In hindsight, you wish that you zone out. You're one lucky man, you know. What now? A shivering voice breaks down from your lips. Lucky what? You're so lucky that you spent a night trying to turn yourself into at night, trying to drag yourself in tears. That for the first time in a while, you want to join Father. The silence makes you want to walk out the sandstorm and free yourself. Turn your disgusting skin to pure ice, hard ice that nothing can penetrate. Oh, bad. Glimmering perfectly, untainted ice. All without tears you spend, only to become a prodigy of perfect, only for it to be stripped away from you. You finally head together. You hope that on that night, your well of tears would run dry. With hardship comes character, right? After all, no one likes someone who hasn't been through something. You were already so pitiable before, but at least hardship can make you better. But of course, it didn't work like that. No, it doesn't. Because if it did, when Father died, you wouldn't even be in this damn office right now. None of that shit made you stronger, turned you into this. You slowly fade out into the background. His marriage, drinking, gambling problems. It became apparent that this is his lesson too. It's his lesson too. You're supposed to get help. Instead, you're sitting in a hollow office crying, listening to a 40-year-old man prattle on and on. While in the background, you clear the ugly tears from your face. You tune back into your Dr. words. Dr. Hump's words. Like most guys never get any sort of female attention, you know? And they don't complain about it. Yeah, here you are moaning about it. I bet if you didn't get any ladies, you'd still be here whining anyway. Sigh. I can't see why Miss Luca can't handle you. You quickly deduce why Miss Luca isn't here. Well, kid, I don't know what to tell you. I'd say that you're a lost cause. Oh, I knew that. Why can't I move on from all this? In hindsight, maybe it was a bad idea to become a detective. Giving you expense with all the death and all. And your inability to freeze over. Dr. Hampton probably dismisses you. You adjust your coat and rush out the door. Although there is nothing but despair to you so far, you wish to turn back the clock before that night, to before Father died. How'd your session go? You hope she doesn't notice that John is on your pale face. That bad, huh? Can we just pick up it outside? Mother looks displeased. Very standard for her. Zoe is at the office. Wind wails crying, carrying small white snowflakes through the air. People always say snow makes everything look so whimsical. What? Sure, you agree with the snow that the snow is pretty, but you don't really find it to be whimsical. I think not when it cuts all the color from the already dull streets. Besides, you never been one for festive aspects of winter. You prefer the gloom, the gloominess of a cold day. You can tell if mother is displeased because you're making her stand out in the cold, or if it's because of the opponent. You're already feeling crisp air stinging your body. You must be whisper, mother, I didn't want to speak about it out in there, not near him. Don't talk about your new therapist like that. What I don't get is why you didn't tell me about the therapist beforehand. Oh, Willie, I did mention that Miss Luck wasn't here. You should have pieced it together. You made it seem like she was on break. Did I now, or did you just, are you trying to show the blame on me? You could at least tell me before the appointment. It's no wonder Miss Lucas taking a permanent break from you. She told me herself you're an adult with zero signs of improving. Poor woman can handle you. Can you blame her? Not even Miss Lucas had faith in me, huh? Alright, so you switched me over to Dr. Ham, that makes sense. But I'd like to know why you didn't tell me. Oh, I'm tired of you. What makes you think other people will put up with you in your issues? Oh, Oliver, if I'm tired of you, what makes you think others will put up with you in your issues? And bingo here, right in the head. Damn! That's crazy, mother. That's what everyone in that mother's been thinking. Why do you waste every part of mother so much? Her money, her time, her energy, her love. That's the point of any of that. That if you're never going, what's the point of it if you're never going to change? I'm a bad mother now, right? Mother doesn't have anything to do with your parenting. Then why are you looking at me like this? How am I meant to look? For one, you're not supposed to be getting assisted with me. I'll stop when you tell me why you didn't give me any notice about Miss Luca. And here we go again. I had no time to prepare for this therapist. I really want to get something off my chest with Miss Luca. Why not share with me if you isn't let it out? That don't want to burden you. So now you care about burdening me and all that shit. Oh. Even though you already make me burn money and time on this sorry excuse of a therapist. You know that I have a degree and I'm your mother. I should be more than qualified to hear your problems. Sometimes you feel much more like how father felt when it comes to mother. And that's more than sugarcoating it. You much rather the mother start caring. The more she worries about you, the worse you feel. Two of you get into a taxi and drive the heck away from the office. Thank goodness no way mother was going to walk out in that cold. You gaze out the window, you feel cold sweat creeping down your neck. Ollie, sweetie, what's wrong? Part of you wants to tell her about how she made everything worse for you. About how her lack of understanding made you feel worse about everything. About how what she did to you is going to follow you to the grave. If mother hadn't switched you over today, you would have been perfect to get all off your chest. You know that by next appointment, if you even have one, the memory will be coated like a scar. Her finger barely grazed your coat. Wow, just wow. Mother whispers, not gently though. Your smirk, you're shrunk into the corner of the car. Gazing at the snow outside makes you wonder if its purity could cleanse you of everything. You're so boring. I'm your mother, for goodness sake. Your ego remains at the top of the pedestal. All the while, something looms above him. You see it. It's scaling the hollow throne. You decided not to mention it. So I see you have it. Gave him the weird stones. To you, this feels like one of those stupid book plots where the protagonist has to fetch a brush to make stuff happen. You're getting all misty-eyed. Don't bother me with the mask in here. I know you're part of you. Why am I reliving these events? Could you at least tell me that much? Don't look at me. I have no clue either. How come I can remember half my childhood with those memories? While the memories resurface, why am I able to remember every detail of those horrible memories? You know what they say, journal number one, bad news just means good attention. Same thing applies to what we remember. Look, I don't make the rules when it comes to what we remember, but it isn't so bad. You know, there's a little something called learn from the past to not forget the future. You know, learning about that nothing's gonna work out on that moment you call it mother. You don't know why any part of me would feel that way towards mother. Does there even need to be a reason you still feel it? I know you do. In all honesty, you'd be crazy if you didn't feel that way. You should know, and it's because of father. You literally can't hold on to the moment any longer. Are you sure you're not the one behind these flashbacks? Maybe I am, but so what? You're still gonna relive it with or without knowing if it was me. It's better you relive it now rather than later. You want to perpetrate it either way. Just quit it. I can't think of any motivation for them to murder Emma. Can't think or won't. 1 point for your shit, you guys. 0 point for other one. Damn! Stop being so dramatic. Oh, and there it is. Mother's exact words, right down to the tone. Sorry. And another thing. If you can't think of any more motivation, why are you still told that day that she murdered Emma? The murder was so mythical that there is no way in hell it wasn't thought out. So don't go putting it was a crazy act murder. What is that you want? Carrots. No, I mean the bigger picture. There's some underlying motivation behind all this, right? I was actually, I don't want a carrot, so I'm making you go on this big ass quest to satisfy a god off of curving. I want your head out of the clouds. This case won't end well if you keep denying mother's involvement. Hell, I doubt that your life is gonna end and go on well if you keep on defending her. You had to hear it from someone, and the short set was gonna be that much of a mother. Yeah, we all kind of see it, but you know, yep, this is all hitting a little bit too hard for you. Just tell me what I need to do. He found the sign point part of land. There should be carrots somewhere. Therefore, you need to grow. Just harvest as much as you can. Got it. You're gonna hand you a watering can and you get out of there. You don't really know what's going on with this dream, but anymore. But the way Ego said, ring your mind. Can't go almost fully long. Gotta go carrots. Of course, you haven't got a clue what someone meant to do with a gazillion carrots. Thankfully, this area doesn't seem too bad for farming. Guess I better get to it then. You don't know yourself to have been the best green thumb. I got to put it to the test though. Oh my god, I already know my okay. So they said they can feel like they can look through your coat and sweater like she looked at you. They aim to swirl in your mind on something you want to keep buried. Your numb body crumbles to the ground. You hate how visible you are in this snowscape. A black, like a black spot on the white canvas. No, please don't. Please no, I can't believe that. No, not when they swarm around you like vultures, searching for the next kill. No part of you is safe from them. Neither is your mind. I catching your mind. It was there specifically to prevent everything flooding in. All, all you've been running from, all you've been denying, and just like a flood, you can't stop it. On your 18th birthday, after lying with your mother, you turn home. Seeing as how it is winter, you go up to your room to change out your heavy coat. It's too hot in the house. Your door is completely locked, but you feel like someone's here with you in the room. Someone. You decide to talk up to your dream propaganda. Oh, paranoia. I'm tripping. I've been. Yeah, paranoia. As someone who reads into a crime too much, you think that it's just about anything to hear you. And what you always take away is that something could have been different. Maybe if you locked all the doors in a room again. Maybe if you hid all your valuable stuff, the robbers wouldn't even be there in the first place. Maybe if you just moved the hell out of the city, you wouldn't be shot dead by the robbers. That's what you take away, that you can't never be too careful. Alice Penduka told you that to challenge those thoughts, come up with negations. Something like, no, specifically speaking, the oven isn't going to come back, converse and kill us all. Maybe something along the lines of, no one's watching me change the doors closed shut. The thought works for now at least. So you focus on the fact that you're an adult now. Hooray. Adulthood is so nice. The time of taxes, working, and loneliness. Though to be fair, you're excited about becoming a detective. You just dread everything else. Today really was the last day of my childhood, huh? If I could call it, that was even if I could call it that, with the last 8 years. At least today was good. I'm still glad mother didn't get drunk while we were out. Along with that came that assured lack of yelling, kicking, and throwing wine at you for not holding her hand. Although that does something that does happen even when she isn't drunk. I can't help but give her a pass when it comes to that though. It was around this time that Fala died. No wonder emotions are so high. Besides that, mother's taking my adulthood quite well. You can't help but think of this as a calm before some type of situation. So of like how before Liberal City is over, the weather is unusually pleasant and warm. You bury your thought under innocent snow, like you do with so many other dishonorable thoughts. Well, what am I waiting for? I better start changing. Begin to step up your coat. Correct should not your coat. You step with your father. You belong to your father. Mother, this is you would. She figured you have gone into by now. Indeed, you did. You were practically a spitting image of him. Like father, while you were out on the street, you managed to attract because of women and men. You were sure it was from realizing at this time. Surprisingly, you didn't hate yourself today, not as much as usual. It's a good start to adulthood and a good into your childhood, even if it wasn't perfect. It doesn't occur to you that she's watching. Your mother finished up the door. The rather cross expression glued to her face. You clearly showed your clothes back up. And here she is, right in the flesh, pissed at you for some reason again. What do you do this time? And if you did something, how could you not realize it? And if you did realize it, why didn't you apologize sooner? Your mind's going off on a pretty bad tangent. You generally don't know what you did this time, which is pretty normal for you, but this time you really can't think of any reason. You just can't have this one day without her going off on you, can you? Oh, mother, what are you doing here? This is my house, Oliver. This is my room. I was going to change. You're an adult now, aren't you? Right. You've grown out of me, haven't you? No, I have. What else would you like to lock the door again, even after telling you that there's time to leave it open? I would change my clothes. The straight truth. Nothing. I'm gonna sugarcoat it. I don't want your excuses. I want you to open because what if something bad happens to you? It's like why I lock it. So I'm a threat to you. No, I didn't mean it like that. What's got into you? You're growing out of me, right? Where's all this coming from? See, you're yelling at me. This is the first time of me hearing about growing out of you. You were hoping that mother could fly into a race today. Oh well, make only dream. You wanna know why I think that you showing me and don't even give me the mother I don't really like that. You should have learned actually louder than words. Your stupid journalism class. You are locking the door, leaving the house without telling me, and giving those whores the time of the day. Where'd that last word come from? You were so happy that you're going to teach her about the batch, right? I saw the way we all know that no one likes an narcissist. Aside from that, it's like I've been telling you I'm always going to be a child, even that I'm an adult. And you're always going to be my mother. Something you've had to reassure her a few too many times. Your church said don't act like it. I already know every inch of your body. I cared for you after all for a good 9 forsaken months. So why hide from me if you're my child? You had no problem allowing those to look your way. I don't give a shit about those. They're just like every homeworker out there. You're my baby doll, mine. People can look at you all they want. Else would I take you everywhere with me? Okay, this is starting to go in another direction. I hope they didn't. But you can't give attention to those lustful idiots. That's what I'm pissed about. And you're me as your mother. I don't see why you're more okay with those degenerates than me, your own mother. I've come to realize that I just need a little bit of space. Miss Luca told you that it would be a good idea to establish boundaries. So that's establish boundaries. You hope that the door would be enough, and your mother wouldn't have to actually confront your mother. I see. Therapist is injecting these illusions to your head. I knew that was a mistake, so she got a therapist. No one, not my chance of fixing you, and she tried to fuck it all up. Here, I was thinking she'd give you pills, a hard solution. But no, she's making you talk, whining about everything it's supposed to do for you. I hope they will stop you from going off the deep end again. Somehow Miss Luca is making you worse. You don't know how this is worse than your sliced up bloody body being found by mother. You just had to do it in the way she found you, huh? You're training to become a detective. Surely you could have made yourself disappear instead of that. Reading so deeply into a crime articles, you've done yourself something good. You've successfully disappeared. It's all something you hate thinking about. You hate that you even have those thoughts. You wish that you could have gave up your life to someone who actually wants to live. Only then would you have not hate those thoughts. Sweetie, I know what the woman is doing. She's gonna make you spare everything out to her, then hurt you later. I know how a woman like that at work. I know how a woman like that at work. Why are you able to tell so much when you're so private with me, your mother? What do you think my advice is so horrible? Do you listen? Do you listen to more? Listen more to this random. I trust you more, but I still don't get why you're bringing all of this up now of all times. You fucking liar. I knew you were really just saying all of that about me trusting to shut me up. Absolutely yes. No, I'm not saying that just to shut you up. I feel her eyes scanning your body from head to toe. You're old enough to run onto some adulterous and leave me to rot all alone. But because of how much I love you, I'll never let her take you away from me. That's what you're worried about, someone taking me away from you? I don't get it, why she's worried about that. You've already resolved yourself to stay with mother until she dies. You're trying to make me out to be the crazy one, huh? Amazing, just amazing come from you, of all people. Half expect to grab your wrist and force your coat and sweater sleeves up. Thankfully, you chose to do it on upper almost heavy forearms. Mother, I'm not saying you're crazy. All I want to know is why you're so concerned at all now of all times. I told you being 18 and now you're gonna leave me here to waste away all for some affairs. I want those temptations in your head to be smothered out. Now, what are we doing for a change, right? And go on, if you're gonna treat me like we're equal, you should have no problem doing that. Look, it didn't let you freeze up. What's with hesitation? Don't you want to do it? The fuck? That the frame won't get you anywhere. Take it off. Off comes the dark coat. Even with the foot on you, feel like even with the foot on you, you feel like a bird without its feathers. Her gaze tells you she's just satisfied. Out comes the sweater. Oh, we're say really. Oliver, what have you done to this time? What will Paula think? You could have been him. You should have. But you just had to go and do this yourself, huh? You need to learn to be grateful that I'm here. My baby doll, I get to dress you up and down, and if you aren't to my liking, I'll make you become what I want. You dissociate from most of it. You dissociate from most of it. Not the worst parts though. Well, throw you into her room, to the bed you used to come for her as a child. You aren't allowed to look around yourself. So the centipede crawl up your skin. Your mother put them on you. They came from her. Food will show you that grow into every bit of your being. Now hold on tight. You beg her to stop, which she laughs. You deserve this, she says. For daring to outgrow me. vicinity is tied, the two of you too close. You feel like you're gonna suffocate under all of this. Sleeping doesn't come easy. You wish it did, since it would wash everything away. You don't know when was gonna wake. It'll you're crying. Ever since then, so much has been room for you. Showers can be done by seeing your tainted body. Every time I kiss you, you feel like the centipedes are calling all over you again. It worked though. The centipedes arched you to her. To all of that, how could you possibly be away from her? How could you be equal to her if it meant that? You had to be her son. She had to be your mother. Who else would take her to herself other than mother? You tried to bury what she did under the snow. That much worked, but you could still make out the Oliver. Snap back to the now. Pain tapping to your head. You have a pet ear to be giggling at you at the sight of you crying. What is that you want now? You want to replace your mind? Remind you about that? You were so close to burying it. He pulled you into a hug, much of surprise. I get why you want to bury it all. That it's easier than living it. You bury your head into his arms. I'm sorry that you had to go through all this, but you can't keep denying what happened. Just like that, you can't keep denying your mom's involvement in his murder. I don't know why we say stay with her when she does that to us. I don't know. I don't have anyone left. She does hurt me a lot. I don't know how much I could take, and it's been like this ever since Father died. I don't know. But if I don't say, I really will be alone. You know me best. Everyone I care about just disappears except for Mother. Father never solved Miss Burnett's case. I never saw Miss Lucia again after being transferred over. And Emma, she, the size of his father's last wish that I would take care of Mother, I'd stay with her. But what if I told you that something was wrong? I always thought I'd take care of you before seeing Mom, right? Ever since last words. He loved you more than much of a woman, I know he did. And when would you realize that maybe you're trying us for no reason. I'm gonna tell you, I've been horrible. How could she bring us? How could she bring us close to her? We now have an easy way to get her away from us. There is no way in hell she didn't order the hit. What makes you so certain? You don't see it. You do see the motivation of it since she saw Emma's turn up breast. It's been back in your mind. Emma liked you. She gave you time of day. That's all it took for her to end up in the Central River. But you didn't like the thought of that to think that, and how it tied back to your 18th birthday. It makes you feel closer than usual. If you just send her to prison, you'll be free from the chain that bonds you to this broken family. What do you say? Shit, nigga, say the phone again. I will. You know what? You're right. I'm sick of it all. I'm sick of her hurting me. Even when I do what she wants, she never satisfied. And all of it, honestly, is starting to feel more and more like she's actively looking for a fight. It doesn't matter how good I am to her. Guess that Emma was the last straw, huh? I guess so. I guess that we're just friends, maybe just acquaintances. Being around Emma, I didn't feel so on edge. She listened, and I knew that just a bitch manner, but I didn't feel like it. I had to chin on her. those other people in your life made you feel the same way, right? You did, but Emma was around for so long that I guess I got too attached. I thought about St. Germain when you never found to the scene in the gym, when there's been sewing in the back of your head ever since your birthday. I wonder if she lied. I wonder if mom lied. About what? About Miss Lucas, according to mother, Miss Luca said I was too much to handle, and that's why I should have switched over. Shortly after that appointment with Mr. Hampton, I saw Miss Pearson put pussy for her. I kept wondering how many more bodies are on the river. I said because Miss Luca went missing, didn't know if he's on Vincent when the river was running over. You know how I only found anybody after going on myself. It wouldn't shock me if there were more bodies. For the longest time, I thought it was all my fault. That maybe I was the one bringing Miss Pearson to them. Exactly what mom wanted. I don't know how I didn't see this earlier. It was staring me right in the face. You're not calling her mother. That's new. I can't call her mother anymore, because when I think of mother, I think of those 50 times we had together, and I think about how she might love me under all those arguments. Maybe she did at some point in a healthy way, but she's not who I'm able to see now. The woman who butchered Emma Greenwood is all still terrifying. The fact that she's a murderer. That mean what happens afterwards. The house is gonna be it's all over her, and I just can't see myself with anyone. That's one thing though. You're never gonna be alone. Remember when all of a sudden mom was all pissed about you visiting the grave? I bet that was all to make you forget that you're never alone. She wanted you to forget that I'll be here with you. You went to his arms. What if the last one was to take care of yourself? Slowly, the snowfall comes to a halt. Around the two of you, they're frozen. Thaw's over. The moths begin to break out of the forest, fluttering their wings. All kinds of memories fill your head. Some of them are horrible, much like the ones you've seen this far, but others are happy times that you've had in your life. Before this moment, your last memories of father consisted of coughed up blood in the hospital bed and burial. But whenever you thought of him, those types of memories flooded your head. Whether they consist of happy times we had together. It was your childhood, the childhood mom stole from you, the moment my father died. The childhood she ripped to shed when you turned 13. You miss him. You know that this dream will end soon, along with this vision of father. Maybe you'll be able to remember this moment instead of grief from his death. You hope so. You also hope that it'll give you the strength to confront her, to put a stop to all she's done. It's not going to be easy, is it? It won't be. But I know you have it in you. I know that you'll be able to let go of her. Just like that. I know you'll be able to let go of me. This is the end of the chapter. You turn here, chapter 5, this is complete. Damn. That's it. Fuck. I might mix in the parts. I'm gonna retake my words. If you take my words, I'm gonna mix in the parts. So, if this is parts, honestly, if this is parts, y'all low key might see this by the time chapter 5 is out. To be honest with y'all, cause I'm posting every week. And this week I'm post this, then next week I'm gonna post the part 2 if it's in parts. Y'all gonna have a 6-hour plus treat of a game. And if I did say I'm talking for saying I'm a man of my word. I am. So I will drop it the full thing. But then again, I don't know. Even if this or that, I might break my promise. But I'm pretty sure I said I'm gonna drop the next part or even the full thing. So if I say the next part, I'm dropping the next part. Anyway, if in the last part this isn't parts, for one, don't forget to like and sub. Second, hey, to me, you seeing future videos. How am I doing right now? Cause this is like 3 parts, 3 weeks, almost a month. How am I doing? Like, did Father forgive me sound good? I'm pretty sure did, because I worked my ass off for that. Like, what's going on a week from here? Cause 3 weeks of this, and I'm gonna most likely throw some kindergarten in there next week too. So I'm gonna drop part 2, and then next week I'm most likely that lost some kindergarten. Keep y'all updated. Keep y'all. Yeah. You know, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time in Isn't It Parts. Hey, let's give you more reason to subscribe. Because that means this week you got like 3-hour video, 4-hour video. Well, still long as hell video. And then a 3-hour video. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Like that. Peace.